Very good morning. In the next video lecture of the same topic, mineral nutrition, we shall try to know about the role of macronutrient elements on plant growth and metabolism. The another macronutrient element is the potassium. Potassium is present in the soil in soluble form, fixed or bound form, and in an exchangeable form. Most of the potassium content of the soil is non exchangeable, that is fixed form, and generally unavailable to the plant. Equilibrium exists in the soil between three forms of potassium as shown in this reaction, that is soluble potassium, exchangeable potassium, and fixed potassium. All are reversible. See, potassium does the following functions in the plant body, that is the role of potassium in plant life. The first one is physiological function. Potassium has been shown to be linked with the carbohydrate metabolism and is very essential for translocation of sugar in the plant body, and stomatal opening and closing is mainly due to influx of potassium ions into the guard cells from the surrounding subsidiary cells. And potassium has a general role in the regulation of water in the plant cells. Under water stress conditions, potassium being absorbed selectively prevents the plant from losing water. With regard to the biochemical functions, the reactions involved in the phosphorylation of carboxyl groups and interconversion of enol keto intermediates are activated by the potassium salt. Potassium is required by the enzyme acetic thiokinase from spinach leaves for maximum activity. Potassium might act as a regulator of the enzyme pyruvate kinase through a repression of synthesis of the enzyme. Folic acid metabolism has been shown to require potassium. Glutamyl cysteine synthesis specifically requires potassium ion. Potassium is required by the enzyme succinyl coenzyme A synthetase, isolated from tobacco for maximum activity. Nitrate reductase formation in rice seedlings specifically requires potassium. There is an absolute requirement for potassium by starch synthetase isolated from sweet corn. Potassium, through its role in ATPase activity, may be involved in iron transport across biological membranes. When potassium is present in minimum concentrations, it shows the following deficiency symptoms. Due to the easy mobility of potassium, deficiency symptoms first appear on the older leaves, a mottled chlorosis, that is removal of chlorophyll, followed by the development of a dark necrotic lesions at the tip and margins of the leaf is generally found. The leaf tips curve downwards and the margins roll inwards towards the upper surface. The cereal cells at the leaf tip and margin die first, and the necrosis spreads basically towards the leaf bases. Potassium deficiency in cereal grains develop weak stalks and their roots become susceptible to rotting organisms. As a result, the plants easily get lodged by wind or rain. Anatomically, potassium deficiency causes disintegration of pith cells and formation of secondary phloem in tomato plants. The other nutrient element is the magnesium. Magnesium is an exchangeable cation present in the soil in water soluble, exchangeable, and fixed forms. Magnesium is found to be present in soil abundantly by magnesium as magnesium silicate, an unavailable form which becomes available to plants after weathering. It is absorbed as a divalent magnesium ion. It may be available to plants from some fixed forms of minerals like magnesite, levine, and dolomite. Of them, dolomite is the most popular and the economical source of magnesium fertilizer. The following are the role or the functions of magnesium in the plant body. Magnesium, like another element calcium, also serves as a structural component and is involved as a cofactor in many enzymatic reactions. As far as structural functions are concerned, magnesium is a component of the chlorophyll structure. It forms a central ring. Magnesium is required to maintain ribosome integrity. It is necessary to maintain the structural integrity of chromatin fiber. It is involved in coiling of DNA histone protein fiber to form a thick chromatin fiber. As far as physiological and biochemical functions are concerned, magnesium plays very important role in plant life in bringing about photosynthesis and also in carbohydrate metabolism. The release of energy in the hydrolysis process, a high energy compound like ATP is greatly influenced by the magnesium 2 plus ion. It complexes with ATP, ADP, and AMP with differing affinities, resulting in hydrolysis of these compounds. Magnesium ion has also a direct role on potassium sodium stimulated ATPase activity. Magnesium is necessary for full activity of the two principal or main carbon dioxide fixing enzymes, that is phosphoenol pyruvate carboxylase and Rubisco. Magnesium is also an activator for DNA and RNA polymerases involved in DNA and RNA synthesis from nucleotide triphosphates. Thus, magnesium 2 plus ion helps in protein synthesis by activating enzymes of nucleic acid synthesis and forming imitation complexes with mRNA, ribosome, and initiator, methionine initiator tRNA. If the magnesium is found in lesser concentrations, it will be referred as deficiency and it causes the following symptoms in the plant. Extensive intervenal chlorosis of the older leaves is the first symptom caused by the deficiency of magnesium, and as the deficiency becomes more acute, eventually reaches the younger leaves. This is because magnesium is a mobile element. Chlorosis is followed by anthocyanin pigmentation and then necrotic spotting. Anatomically, magnesium deficiency causes extensive chlorenchyma development and scanty pith formation. With all this, we can conclude that magnesium is very essential element for the proper metabolism of the plant body. Thank you.